Hey guys, what's up? Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Clangin and Bangin with Mikey, episode 31. And today, man, we're gonna talk about living in the moment. A lot of people, dog, that I know, both professionally and personally, they have a really hard time living in the moment. They don't, meaning they don't know how to live for the day. They don't they worry about next week, next month, tomorrow, or they kind of stress on what happened yesterday. And I'm like you really can't live like that. I don't, for me personally, I would find that hell because it's like you can't do nothing about yesterday or tomorrow because one one of them already happened, the other one's gonna it's gonna happen. And so I've been noticing that a lot of people have been doing that. They've been talking about the past, or they're concerned about the future. And it's like, I think a lot of times society places unforeseen expectations on you that, oh, by like a certain age you're supposed to have everything done, like a checkbox. It's like, oh, you're supposed to graduate college by 21, 22. Oh, you're supposed to buy a house by 26. You're supposed to have kids by 30. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. It's like, and it really doesn't do the person any good because now that he or she's like, like now I'm on this time crunch, and there's nothing, that I can do to change it. And number one, that's bullshit, bro. It's like you can always change your surroundings. You can change your situation and everything. I had a one of my best friends. She texted me last week, and she was talking about work and everything too. And long story short, they got her doing extra work next week, and she's not too happy about it. And I said, well, worry about that next week. Right now, it's Friday. It's like worry about that Monday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, don't worry about it at Friday at 5. Because like by you doing that, it doesn't help you because it just stresses you out more. You know, and I've had best friends, with their significant others, say something like, one of my good friends, like his girlfriend's always waiting for the other shoe to drop, and she's always like bringing up scenarios about what happened in the past, this and that, and I had to tell her like, yo, it's like my dude ain't that dude. It's like, and like you should know that considering that you've been dating for X amount of time, whatever not. and, and it's like I told her like, yeah, it's like if if you thinking that way, that's just your insecurities and your fear coming out. That's something that you have to learn to master. That's your emotions. It's like, but it's hard because a lot of people they deal with shit, a different way. Whereas me, until you get to know me, until I did this podcast or got comfortable with people, I would never really do anything like this. I would just be so closed off and like just like not be, you know, this bundle of energy that you see in front of you. Um, but yeah, man, I think it's extremely important to realize that you control how you react to situations, you know whether it's good, bad, or whatever. And I think a lot of people they just don't know how to deal with that. They focus on the negative because that's what they're used to, or that's what that's what they use as a not really a survival tactic, but more like a baseline. And I think a lot of people they get stressed out at jobs or on whatever it is, and I just look at it like, man, it's just a job, bro. It's Like it's just a job, and it's and it's it's not it's not an end all be all. It's just a check. I mean, it's like I just think a lot of people like they look at that like or like they want to sit there and judge you because like you're not freaking out about what's going on like and you really can't. But yeah, man. I think a lot of people just have to like the shirt says, every day better, live every day better, and you can take this mantra and you can just use it however you want to use it. But like how I use it is like, yo, I'm just trying to get 1% better than yesterday. I'm not trying to outshine Mikey from Saturday. I'm not gonna try to outdo Mikey on Monday. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I just think that a lot of people just don't know how to deal with that. They don't know how to like necessarily just live. Everybody's so concerned with what's going on, or what somebody else is doing, or how other people are moving, or people's opinions, and it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what other people think, what other people say. End of the day, like yo, your bill is paid, check. You got gas in your car, check. You got food on the table, check. You got a check coming in every 2 weeks, okay, you cool. And I think a lot of people they just don't know how to, excuse me, they don't know how to deal with that because again, it goes down to not living in the moment. Like you can't get too, I never get too high or too low. There's always a baseline, and once I find that baseline, that's where I live at. I don't get out of pocket very often, or I don't lose my cool. Um, very often at all. Like I'm pretty even keeled. Like I have this saying where I'm never frustrated at the person. I'm frustrated at the situation. Because a lot of the times it's like when you encounter situations like that, where there's a disagreement or there's an argument or whatever, it usually has nothing to do with the conversation itself. It's more along the lines of, okay, this is what you know, this is what you've been doing, and this is you know this is not being brought up because it's affecting my whatever your mental health or it's making you overthink or whatever it is, right? And I just think, man, as long as you are genuine with your intentions, genuine with how you move, genuine, like just happy that shit's working out, or that or that one day it's gonna work out. It's like it may not be today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, or the next 5 years, but somewhere down the line, man, it's gonna work out. It's got no choice. And yeah, man, I think a lot of people they once you hit a certain age, you start looking at the calendar. You're like, "Yo, okay, now I'm in my 30s. I'm supposed to have X, Y, and Z done. Only got X done. Or it's like a lot of people they say opinions of other people doesn't like doesn't concern them, but that's a lie. Um, and I think when you look at people like that, like who are living for the opinions of other people, you can see why they're stressed out. You can see why they're upset all the time. You know what I mean? Because it's like they're not living for themselves. They're living for the approval of other people, and that's the worst thing you can do. Is to live for the approval of other people when other people don't live your life, when other people aren't you. And I just don't mean people my age. I'm talking people younger than me, older than me. I mean, it's like, it's amazing how people want to sit there and be like, oh, like it doesn't, everybody's opinion doesn't matter, this and this and that. But yet, there's one or two people's opinions that really do hold weight, and yeah, and it is what it is, bro. But anyway, it's 10.5 minutes of your life that you won't get back. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Hope y'all keeping it a full piece. Private player pushing the positive. See you on the flip side, man. Ghost. I live every day better.